Good morning. Majo John Madden in Veracruz, Mexico, on Tuesday morning the 9th, about 3 in the morning. This little talk is going to be about right relationship. What's the relationship with this person or this object that's just the way I'm meant to relate to them at this point. It's not about what do I want to have happen with them. It's not about me, it's about them. It's about observing what's true in the moment in this situation or this person. I've had a lot of thoughts rolling around in my brain since I got up a half an hour ago or so about how to relate to the world around me. And one part of that was at what point am I meant to make a video about it? What's the right moment? What's the point where I have the right relationship with this stuff to talk about it? Now, in that moment, I realized your voice is getting raspy and you're going to start coughing or something. So go over here and get your drink and take a little drink. I knew when it was time to push the button because I was carrying this big cup, and I arrived over here and saw this, and I went, it's a table. It wasn't created with the name table on it, but in this moment for me it's a table. So I can put my cup down there, and big light out here to shoot a video. I recently went through, when I needed memory in my phone, I went back and deleted maybe 60 or 70 videos that when I made them they had content that I thought was precious, but when I looked at them I went, that's going to be creepy for people to look at because it was shot in the dark with a flashlight and it's kind of ghoulish. It's not worth it. Get rid of it. This spot was so perfect. It's got the lighting, it's got the table. I needed to take a pee, and by walking around in this corner right here I was in the dark. So if by chance there was anybody walking out here, they wouldn't be offended. Not that there is anybody out here. Part of what's true in the moment about this part of the waterfront is that it's empty. All during the New Year's holidays, right up until Sunday, there were lots of vacationers down here, and they're all gone now. So sleeping in my van on this road here, over here, or around the corner by the hotel, there were lots of people going by at almost all times of the day and night. But now it's quiet, which is good for me because I need quiet inside. I was so stimulated and so excited by all those people to watch, and now that there's nobody to watch, my mind has gotten a lot more quiet. I juggle. I toss balls or limes in the air, and from this framework this morning I realized juggling is about the right relationship with that lime or that tennis ball. I become fascinated by it, and I'm creating a relationship where I follow where it has gone. It's not where I want it to be. It's in the moment, very fast. Where is it now? And how am I meant to catch it? I can't script that. I'm not the choreographer. I'm the observer of what's true in the relationship between me and the ball or the line. It's like that with the people I relate to. Who are they? Who are they? And what do they want in terms of how I relate to them. I am always going around the world. I'm a lonely guy traveling alone for 3.5 years. And so I'm looking for a relationship, and I want it and need it, but it's not imposing my stamp on that person or what should happen between me and them. In the last few months, there have been a couple of conspicuous moments where I grasped for something beyond what was true in the relationship at that moment, and everything went cockeyed. Waitress down in Vega de Alator, I was really digging her, and she was in her own way quite attractive, and we were having just a lovely vibe between us as she came by and made sure I was getting what I needed at the table. But at that moment where I said, "What's your schedule here? Because I'd like to come back when you're here." Oh, boom. It all went south. She closed down. It was over. And it was because that's the point where I was saying, I want something with you. I didn't say I want to sleep with you, although I had that thought. But I was saying, I want to see you again. And she wasn't at the point of wanting to see me again. She was at the point of doing her thing as my waitress. There was a lovely young woman at the Coppel store in Las Trancas who was enthused about me, but mostly enthused about how could she be the best customer service person for me, because she was a serious professional, and she was trying to make my relationship with the store be richer and fuller and get me a store card so I could have a fuller relationship with the store and tap into the resources of the store better. Now, she did at one point manifest enthusiasm for me. She was walking down the road in front of the Oxo store, right just a little bit a ways from there, and I was making a video to a friend, and she went by and then came back and smiled at me. That was exciting and a real moment, and I had to indicate I'm talking into the phone here, and so she went on. But I tried to do something more with that. I said, she likes me. Maybe something could happen between her and I. And what I offered to her in a WhatsApp message, because she had given me her WhatsApp as part of being a better customer server to me, I said, maybe we could go for a walk sometime. Get out of the store. Boom, that was it. It was very identical to what happened with the waitress. She felt that her professional boundaries had been violated, and I was trying to turn the relationship into something more than she was ready for it to be. It took a lot of repair over several weeks to get that back in a place that she was comfortable with. And she was. At that point, she was like, boom, okay. But even then, I would send her a WhatsApp saying, well, it looks like maybe now I could come by and say hi to you at your station. And she said, yeah, that would be good. But the moment where I went by to see her at her station was the day before Christmas in retail. And she came out, and I was very disappointed that she didn't seem enthused to see me. But when I sent her a message about that, she said, well, I was busy. There was a lot going on. So I thought, okay, maybe after Christmas then. And I encountered her after Christmas, and rather than being back at her station, she was running the cash register right up at the front of the store. But even there, I realized it's not a matter of this is a chance to make something happen with her. It's a matter of listening into or observing into this moment. How am I meant to relate to her now? And I realized it was not even by showing her a couple little sentences in my phone in the Google Translator, because she's a Spanish speaker. It was about smiling and saying, hey, have a great afternoon. Boom, that was perfect. Last night there was a server in the restaurant in downtown Veracruz who was so lovely. Oh my God. And I was trying to pay attention to what's so special about her. Sure, she's pretty. It's her presence. It's her way of being in the restaurant. Not necessarily her way of being with me, although the music they were playing on their big bocinas speaker was so great, and I'm moving more and more into dance, which is right relationship with my body and the music. So I was dancing a lot in my chair. And I knew she was noticing and smiling. And the guy up front doing the cooking would at times be tapping his hand on the table in rhythm with the music. So the store began to dance the music. Even people on the street walking by, some of them were clearly responding to the beat of the music. So I thought, what's the right way to relate to her? And at one point in my Google Translator, and in some of these situations, it's less personal in a good way if I simply hand them the phone so they can read the words. It's less about me and them. It's about them and the words. And it's less pressure on them. So I wrote the words, you are calm. I know it's not busy tonight, but you radiate calm and peace. And I wrote the sentence, you make me happy. And then a minute or 5 minutes later, I realized that's about me. It's about it's about what you do to me. So I changed it and said, you make this a happy room. So at just the right moment when she was coming towards me to finish the check and stuff, I held out the phone and she read it. And I knew it was perfect because she just looked at me and winked, like, you got me. That's it. That's who I am. So the right relationship with this content at this moment, there's a whole lot of threads. I know some of them I can see in my head that I haven't said yet, but the message I got was, it's kind of a wrap at this point. Don't add anything extra. So I won't say buenos dias. It's not buenas tardes yet, that's the afternoon. In Spanish, the title I was going to put on this, and I may still, is ¿Qué quieres decir? Or ¿Qué quiere decir? What is it trying to say? Not what does it mean to me, not what do I want to call it. What is it trying to say? What is that person trying to say? What is this moment trying to say? And can I be the servant of that? Sometimes I get it. When I got out, there's nobody around right now, but when I got out of my van at 2 in the morning, there was a little family out there, I think probably a grandfather and his daughter and her child. And they were interacting with the ocean, with their backs towards me. And even though there was nobody else at that part of the seawall, I made a point of emerging from my van as smoothly and as unnoisily as I could, and they did not even turn to see me. They went about being their family interacting with the ocean. I went, no, you got it right. Good. And then at some point, a few minutes later, I noticed the little boy looking at me, and I said, boom, this is the moment. I said, buenos dias. And he said, buenos dias. And the grandfather said, buenos dias. I went, good. It wasn't about you, it was about the moment. And that exhale was my period. Bye.